All right, everyone, here we go from the campus of Durfee High School in Fall River, Massachusetts. We welcome you to this afternoon's coverage of Somerset Berkley Raider basketball on Somerset Access TV Channel 98, Berkley Community Access TV Channel 9, the Blue Raider Studios YouTube channel, my broadcasting YouTube channel. Opening game of the Thomas Skip Karam Tournament, Somerset Berkley taking on Bishop Stang on the girls' basketball side. Thank you for joining us. Keegan, Hamblett on commentary, Brian Moniz running the camera. Stang's in maroon, Somerset Berkley in white. This game's underway. The senior Demora controls up top, leaves it for Larissa on that left side. Back to the top of the key with Murphy. Good defensive pressure there from Lauren Carr. Demora receives it again, trying to drive in on that right side. Demora finds herself some space, and she's able to put it in. Demora, one of three seniors for the Spartans, getting the scoring started. Brooke Fisher is open for three in the corner, and she drills it. Brooke Fisher, probably the top shooter on the Somerset Berkley side if you had to pick one of four team captains. Nice pass as it finds Maddie Alves. Back to Addison Demora, defended by the freshman Bednars. Rosie Larissa, down low. Murphy puts a tough shot up, can't get it to go. The rebound is controlled by Fisher. Is Maddie Bednars, the multi-sport athlete, the freshman at Somerset Berkley, was a part of the volleyball team. Carr kicks it back out. Bednars a three, similar spot, no good. We got a foul underneath. Looks like it's going against Skylar Rivers. Inbounding it, the sophomore Samantha Murphy goes short to Addison Demora. There's the double team. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession is to Somerset Berkley, as Bishop Stang won the tip. Good work right in the corner by the Raiders. Referees already in disagreement with one another. That's Carr, a quick inbound to Skylar Rivers. Almost found Sarah Costa. Looks to get to Lauren Carr. Out to Bednars. Drifting towards the middle. Carr receiving it again. Fisher with the cut, would have been open. Sarah Costa back to Maddie Bednars. Bednars driving in on the right side, wants to try the reverse, no good. Ball batted a couple of times. Bednars controls, out to Skylar Rivers, and it's off on that right side. Lauren Carr with the steal, can't put it in. Ball loose on the ground. It's picked up by the Spartans and Demora. First rebound of the game for the Spartans. That last tie-up that was down there was another jump ball. So the arrow goes back to Somerset Berkley's way. Larissa driving it on the right. Fisher defending. It's kicked back out. Murphy trying to regain her dribble. Picks it up with Costa defending. Here's Alves. Alves with the bounce pass to the left side. Demora pressured, 6 to shoot, and she's fouled by Maddie Bednars. That'll be her first. Bounce pass comes in short. Addison Demora looking to drive right along the baseline. Another foul's going to be called. We'll see if that's on Bednars. It might be her second, and it is. And here comes Julia Marrera to sub in. Julia Marrera, another one of the team captains. Correction, there's actually 5 team captains. Brooke Fisher, Mackenzie Pyers, Sarah Costa, Julia Marrera, and Skylar Rivers. Mackenzie Pyers, one of those captains, is out for the season, though, for Somerset Berkley. Here's Murphy trying to go right to the edge of the paint, and it's stolen by Fisher. Fisher pushing the ball up, goes to Lauren Carr. Marrera, left wing side, will leave it. That's a nice leave off for Lauren Carr, and she banks it in off the glass. Will be a deep 2 there for the freshman. More pressure, another good double team, and she's out of bounds. Right along the baseline, it's Raiders ball. The freshmen have been stepping up big this year for Somerset Berkley. Bednars, Lauren Carr have been starters for most of the games this year. Ayla Mauricio Another freshman. We see her a lot come off the bench. And they called up another freshman for this tournament, Olivia Gonzalez, with 2 varsity players out today for Somerset Berkley. The other one, besides Pyers, is Stella Vieira. That's Rivers the kick out. Morera, a step back, 3-pointer, no good. Racing towards the Spartan sideline, it'll go out of play. No touch by Carr or Murphy on that one. 3 minutes in, so 5 minutes to go in the first. 5-2 Somerset Berkley. It goes to Addie DeMora. There's going to be another foul call. This is going to be the 4th on Somerset Berkley. It's going against Lauren Carr. There's Alves pressured again. Stolen by Lauren Carr. Carr looking to find Costa in the paint. Stripped away. A jump ball called. Possession error to Somerset. This is the first of 2 games we're covering today. We got the boys' side Somerset Berkley against Hingham coming up right after this one. Great opening day for the Skip Karam tournament. Brooke Fisher kicks it out. Here's Morera. That's a deep 2. Way off the mark. Out of bounds, Spartans ball. Got to talk with Bishop Stang head coach Phil Harding before the game. Only his 2nd season at the helm for the Spartans. He wants to see an improvement on offensive execution. He noted that it's a very young team, and they still really need to be calling it out more, as they're not quite at that development stage yet. Close to a 10-second violation, but DeMora is able to get it over midcourt in time. Nice bounce pass, edge of the paint, trying to spin her way is Alves, and a traveling violation is called. Now that double team press, that's what we saw a lot last year for the boys' side. Andy Lawrence, Bob Slater transferring on over to the girls' team this year. Get to talk to Andy Lawrence about some keys to the game. Wants to see an intense effort and good movement up and down the court. Here's Carr to Brooke Fisher, right wing. Fakes the 3, driving in. Wants to put one up. Back rim, knocked out of bounds off the hand of the senior, Maddie Alves. Also for Somerset Berkley, they intentionally put hard games at the beginning of the schedule. The most recent game was against a top team in Archbishop Williams, which the Bishops won by 41 points last Monday. Batted out of bounds by Leah Oliveira. 3 players out for the Spartans today, Peckham, Mongion, and Oliver. So the Spartans have 2 call-ups. Sophia Del Rosario and Caitlin Ferreira, 2 underclassmen, are on the bench today for Bishop Stang. Lauren Carr, one of the players who won the field hockey state championship this past fall. Actually, a couple of those field hockey players on the team. Addie Finlaw, Maura Kennedy. Some other names to note. Nice move. Murphy will draw the foul on Costa. That'll be the team limit. It is a shooting foul either way. So Samantha Murphy, the sophomore, will go to the line for 2. And back rim's the first one. In and out on the second, rebound Costa. Here's Lauren Carr, 3:35 to go in the first. Somerset Berkley still up by 3. Carr for Morera, wants to take the 3, can't hit. Ball up for grabs, Rivers controls it. Swung around a few times, here's Fisher. Back to Carr at the top. Kick out, Morera's gonna try another one. Can't get it that time, Rivers with the bat out of bounds. Somerset Berkley on the regular season 1-2. They're 1-1 against South Coast Conference teams. Bishop Stang on the year so far is 1-3. Last year, Somerset Berkley in the tournament went 1-1. They went 6-2 in home games last year. And if you want to count the state tournament loss, 3-8 on the road. Move attempt will work by Larissa. She gets her own rebound and has a whistle called. Only the second rebound by the Spartans. Now we're going to have a discussion. The official and the scores table might be for a shot clock reset, and it looks like it is. It looks like the ruling on the court was a jump ball, so possession will be to Stang. High inbound will look to go in the back court, and it's eventually controlled by Alves. Looks to get it away. That's a good pass on that left side to Demora. Demora pressured hard by Morera. There's a pick play. Larissa to the top to Demora. Demora's going to try a three over Rivers. Can't bank it. Tapped off of Costa. It's controlled by Fisher. Somerset Berkley has the edge on rebounds. 5-2 right now as Morera drives in, puts the shot up. It's good, but the foul is going to be on the floor. And it's going to be against Demora. Subs for the Spartans coming in. Looks like Demora is going to be the only one that's going to stay in. On the inbound, it's Brooke Fisher. To the corner to Rivers. Carr to Fisher. Morera. Morera tried to go in the paint to Carr, able to control it off of a bat by Demora. Morera, plenty of time to shoot. Wants to make a move on Demora. Instead, we'll leave it for Carr. Carr to Fisher. That's a deep one. Can't hit. Costa the offensive rebound in the paint. Carr again. That one no good. Rivers on the offensive board. She puts it up and in. More pressure again coming from Fisher. Carr takes it away, leaves it for Brooke Fisher over to Skylar Rivers on that left side. Can't roll it in. And it looks like another jump ball is called with possession going to Somerset Berkley. They're going to have some subs coming in. Looks like Ela Mauricio and Grace Kayada. Inbound goes to Kayada. 140 in the first. That's a nice pass in the paint. Fisher to Mauricio. Kayada. Carr weaving by two Spartans. Count it, and the foul. That's going to be the second foul on Addison Demora. We'll see if Coach Harding wants to sub her out. Doesn't look like she's going to. Some of the subs that have come in are Morris, Church, Bryant. I'm just waiting to see that other one. Looks like London Kadeem. Free throw doesn't hit the rim, so it's going to go the other way. The other girls matchup coming up later today, which the winner of this will take on the winner of that, and the final is Joseph Case against Durfee. Always nice to have four local teams competing in a tournament like that. And a 10-second violation call. They didn't get the ball over midcourt in time. Raiders will take over again. These two teams met inside the Veterans Memorial Gym last year. Remember senior night, which was essentially a must-win game for the girls team. They ended up winning 4 of their final 6 regular season games in order to clinch their spot in the state tournament before falling to Long Meadow. That was a dominant win. Only one senior gone from last year's team for Somerset Berkley, and that's Lexi Philippe. Here's Carr, leaves it for Mauricio, driving in, cutting to the left. Bounce pass out. Here's Fisher, fakes the 3, wants to drive in on Bryant. All the way to the rack, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Kadeem, who gets it over to Demora. 18-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Morris. Morris picked up her dribble, gets it away to Demora. Demora, Mauricio all up in her. Will force the ball to go out of bounds. Addison Demora with the only point so far for Bishop Stang. Lauren Carr leads the way for Somerset Berkley with 4. The offense has been a struggle for Somerset Berkley over the last 2 games. Haven't put more than 30 on the board against Apponequet and Archbishop Williams. 4 to shoot here. Savannah Morris is going to have to put one up off the rim. Batted by Costa, and it's going to go the other way. I thought that one was off of Sarah Costa. I guess not. And Coach Lawrence drawing up the Cincinnati play. We've seen it work so many times with the boys' teams over the last few years. Here's Fisher. A cutting Grace Kayada at the top. Fakes the 3. 5 to shoot. Can't put it in. Ball grabbed by Costa. 2 to go. 1 to go. Won't get the shot up. That is how we end the first quarter here inside Durfee High School. All rebounds for the Raiders. They have the edge on that, 8 to 3. They have the edge on the scoring side, 9 to 2 through 8 minutes. Brian Moniz and I will take a short break. We'll be right back for quarter number 2. Back at Durfee High School, about ready to start the second quarter in this opening game of the Skip Karam tournament. Between Somerset Berkley and Bishop Stang, the Raiders have the lead, 9 to 2 through 8 minutes. The tournament in honor of former coach Thomas Skip Karam, 659 career wins, less than 200 losses his time as head coach, and he brought 5 state titles here to Durfee as the basket goes for London Kadeem, the freshman. Here's Fisher, left wing side. Making the move into the paint. Can't bank that one in. Looks like there's going to be a foul called, and it is a shooting foul. Oliveira with the pressure. And she gets committed with the foul. Leah Oliveira, one of 5 freshmen on this team. You can make the argument that it's 6'2" with the call-up of Sofia Del Rosario. So Del Rosario is the freshman they called up. Caitlin Ferreira, the other one they called up as a sophomore. Fisher goes 0 for 2. Rebound controlled by Caitlin Bryant. Bryant defended by Kayada up top, right side. Kadeem wants to try a 3. Back rim. Ball nearly grabbed. And it's going to be off of a Raider. Savannah Morris going up strong for Bishop Stang, the junior, for the Spartans. A nice read to give it a chance. Inbound goes to Alves. Oliveira to the top. Bryant in the paint. Nice move. Hook shot not going to go by Alves. Rebound controlled. Kayada with the pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound Kadeem. Nearly stolen by the read of Mallory Rivers. Bryant puts it up, short rim, off Mauricio, saved, and eventually goes out to Alves. Alves, the shot won't go, but there is a foul. Foul's going to go against Mallory Rivers, who's a two-way player for the Raiders. Also part of that junior varsity team. There's no freshman team on the girls' basketball side for Somerset Berkley. So a lot of the freshmen will be a part of that JV team as the first free throw goes for Alves. She's on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Two for two at the line. We'll make it a three-point game. That's Kennedy tried to leave him. Mauricio has to pick it up at the edge of the Durfee logo. Elam Mauricio, nice kick. Kennedy a three, no good. Fisher the rebound. Fisher the step back three, no good again. Another rebound and it's turned over. A traveling violation called. It's going the other way. Elam Mauricio will take it up the court. Maura Kennedy, a nice cut. Kicks it out to Kayada, driving in, left side, puts it up, not in, gets her own miss. And I'll bring it back out to reset. Mauricio fakes it, looks like she went up and down, she did. I mentioned earlier on about that strength of schedule. I got to talk to Coach Lawrence about that before the game. He said he was glad to get some of the hard opponents out of the way early on. Pontiac, they always seem to play once towards the beginning of the year anyways, as another travel's called against the Spartans. But having those games against Archbishop Williams, you're going to have another tough game no matter who you play against, Case or Durfee. Durfee's always a good team on the girls' side. Somerset Berkley and Case played their way to a 3-point game last season. That was the final regular season game. Kayada's open for 3, and she banks it in. He also highlighted with that strength of schedule, he said, it's good to see and to show what playing against a top team and what being a top team is like. Fisher follows up Kayada's miss. She puts it in. A timeout called by Bishop Stang. Brian and I will take it to 14-6 Raiders lead. All right, back out of the timeout. 5:24 to go in the second quarter. Somerset Berkley with a 14-6 lead over Bishop Stang. Thank you for joining in on any of our feeds. Keegan, Hamblett on commentary, Brian Moniz running the camera. More double team coming here for the Raiders. Kayada takes over. Nice pass in the paint. Mauricio in and out. Kayada the rebound. We'll bring it on out. Fisher's going to try a 3. No good. Tight race off to the side. Mauricio tapped it off of her own player, Mallory Rivers. Grace Kayada, the senior for the Raiders, already with 3 boards in this one. Will apply the pressure as Murphy looked to inbound it. Nice pass over. Murphy's open. Right side, the pull-up. Back rim, offensive rebound. Murphy goes back up with it and gets the roll. Nice effort on that possession by Samantha Murphy. Makes it 14-8. That's a high pass over to Kennedy. Kennedy pressured nicely by Murphy. Kennedy, the bounce pass, she traveled with it. Great effort and hustle by Murphy in the last minute or so out of the timeout. Bednars and Carr are back on. Mauricio and Kennedy go back to the bench. Addison DeMora, and there's going to be a foul called against Grace Kayada. That'll be our first. Only the second on the team in the second quarter. Bishop Stang's got 1. That one foul went against Leah Oliveira. Another double team here. That was Rosie Larissa trapped, and it's played right off of her foot. On the inbound will be Carr. Always good to have 2 freshmen in your starting 5 for the Raiders. This is pretty much step 2 now of what's going to be a complete turnaround rebuild for this very young Somerset Berkley team. Bednar's overshot it, rebound controlled by Rosie Larissa. Step 1 was last year, getting some of the current sophomores ready. That's Lucy Gooch, Mallory Rivers, Stella Vieira. Now you get the seniors leading the way this year. They were not expected to make the state tournament last year. They were 6-8 going into the final stretch. Another travel is called here by Grace Kayada. Here comes Sarah Costa back into the game. Not on the scoreboard yet, has 3 rebounds. As Kayada goes off to the side. DeMora, that's a nice pass up the court. Rosie Larissa, bounce pass over. Oliveira will bring it back out to the corner. And it's stolen by Carr as an open Bednars up the court. Bednars with the take, not the make. Rebound Fisher. Fisher brings it back out. Didn't want to try the 3. Rivers rejected out of play by Alves. Rivers comes back on for Mallory Rivers. This is also the 3rd different head coach that the girls basketball side for Somerset has had in the last 3 years. Jeff LePage, the longtime coach, stepped down after the 23-24 season. Volleyball and lacrosse coach Emily Travis was the ringleader last season. Now you get Andy Lawrence as the inbound goes to Fisher. Can't roll it in. Tough miss there. Rebound grabbed by Murphy. The next part of it, because there's word on the street that the middle school teams on the girls' basketball side for Somerset, very good. You got Coach Andy Lawrence's daughter, Eva, that's going to be coming in, so I think that was part of the transition plan. And he brought along Bob Slater and a terrific assistant coach, Kylie D'Ambrosio, to help out. It goes out of play. It goes off of Carr. Coach Phil Harding wondering how that's not a foul. I thought there was a foul up here. That would have been Lauren Carr's second. So there's 8 seconds on the shot clock. Five to shoot here. Demora is going to receive it again. She's got to put one up, and they're not going to get a shot away. Batted by Carr. They do call the shot clock violation. Now, Phil Harding, we mentioned, only his second year as the head coach here at Bishop Stang. He has more than 30 years and multiple capacities at Fairhaven High for basketball and football. After that, he retired from coaching. The last 6 years, he's been a math teacher at Bishop Stang, and he said he was content with doing just that. And then the girls' basketball head coach position opened up at Stang, and he decided why not, and he's put together some pretty good teams. Now battling at the 1-3 mark this year. Their talent is much better than that record shows. Andy Lawrence, also a math teacher at Somerset Berkley, as the jumper goes from Demora. She's up to 4. Well, you keep seeing, as time goes on, a lot more teachers or faculty at some of these high schools are landing these head coaching positions. Chris Mendes on the boys basketball side is not a teacher at the school. That's Carr driving in, got batted, loose on the ground. Rivers picked it up for the moment. They're going to call a jump ball. Possession is to Somerset Berkley, as the Spartans will make another substitution. Savannah Morris will check in for Madison Alves with 2 minutes to go in half number 1. Lauren Carr, left wing side, nice pass. Fisher, you bet. It'll be a 3-pointer for Brooke Fisher. She's up to 8. Turnover, put back up and in by Carr. Another timeout called by Harding and the Spartans. Carr's up to 6, the lead back up to 9. We'll be right back. Back here inside Durfee High School in Fall River, Massachusetts. 1:46 to go in quarter number 2. Yes, the Spartans will inbound it with the freshman London Kadim. Another good double team coming here. They're going to try to force the jump ball, and they do. The possession is to Stang, though. Here comes Lucy Gooch into the game for Somerset Berkley. We'll see who she'll take out. Looks like it's going to be Bednars. Lucy Gooch, the brother Gavin, a part of the Somerset Berkley football team, did great work at linebacker this past season. It's going to be Raiders ball as it goes out of bounds right in front of the Spartan bench. As the clock is still running, they might have to put more time on there. Doesn't look like they're going to, though. Fisher will get it to Lauren Carr. Carr driving in. It's going to be a foul called against Demora, and if that's on Demora, that's her 3rd. And it is. Addison Demora is up to 3 fouls. She has 4 points and a rebound. She leads the Spartans in points, and yep, they're going to bring on Caitlin Bryant to get her out. Don't want to risk it having 3 fouls when you're not even at the halftime break yet. Madison Alves is going to check in too. Gooch is going to take the inbound for the Raiders. 1.5 to go. Carr. Switching to the right. Nice pick play. Fisher 3. Nope. Rivers looks to chase it. Saved it for the moment, and it's eventually grabbed by Gooch. Nice fake. The jumper short. Rebound Alves. Great pressure coming again. Watch out, you got Morris down the court. Rivers and Costa able to back up in time, though. Al's driving in, right side, tough shot, won't go. Rebound, Carr. First board of the game for her. Carr, defended by Murphy. That's Gooch. Nice shot, rattles in. Bryant gets it away, has to receive it again. Costa doing good work. Defensive pressure. Looks like another timeout is called. It's going to be called by Bishop Stang again with 29.9 to go. It's going to be about a 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. We'll keep it here during the timeout. And this is game one of our doubleheader because we'll be doing the boys basketball game, Somerset Berkley and Hingham, where we'll have Durfee High School senior student athlete Jacob Correa joining us for some guest commentary on that one. If you remember, he was with us last year in that opening game against the Dennis Yarmouth Dolphins, in which Somerset Berkley cruised in that game to go all the way to the final, where they fell to Durfee by 4 points. That was a game in which Durfee led by 19 at one point. Somerset Berkley got within 1. Very tough shooting night, especially in the beginning. But that game pretty much showed what we saw the rest of the way on how good the Raiders were in the second half of games. Kind of reminded you a little bit about the Sweet 16 Providence Friars team on the men's basketball side in 2022, where games decided by 5 points or less, you knew they were going to take it. That was the only loss that the Raiders took last year, and that game was decided by 5 points or less. Caitlin Bryant having some trouble with the step, gets it away to Kadim. Kadim away, and it's going out of bounds. Can't connect with Caitlin Bryant, and now the Raiders can hold for the last shot. It's going to be Lauren Carter take it, as Gooch on the inbound is going to drift to the left wing. Fisher's going to try a deep one again. Can't hit. Rebound Rivers. Rivers lost it. And it's pushed up the other way with 6 seconds. Murphy's got to go quick. Bryant with 2, gets it away, left side, and it's blocked. But, nope, they're going to say a foul called against Costa just before the horn went off. So it will be the second foul on Sarah Costa. She's going to join Bednar's with 2. And there won't be any time added on, so these are going to be the final 2 shots of half number 1. So Morris with a chance to make it a single-digit scoring game. Short on the first one. She comes up 0 for 2 on her free throws. The free throws have been a little bit of a struggle for the Spartans in half number 1. It takes us to halftime. Somerset Berkley with the lead 21-10. Leading scorers on either side. Addison DeMora leads the way for Bishop Stang with 4. The leader overall in the game for Somerset Berkley is Brooke Fisher with 8. We'll be back in 10 minutes after the halftime break. Don't go anywhere. All right, folks, we're back here at Durfee High School in Fall River, Massachusetts, about ready to start the third quarter in today's opening game of the Thomas Skip Karam Holiday Invitational Tournament between the Somerset Berkley Raiders and the Bishop Stang Spartans on the girls' basketball side. Somerset Berkley up by 11, 21-10 the score through 16 minutes of play. We thank you for joining on any of our feeds, which today is Berkley Community Access TV Channel 9, Somerset Access TV Channel 98, the Blue Raider Studios YouTube channel, and my broadcasting YouTube channel, as there is a foul called. And it doesn't look like that basket from Carr is going to count. It is a Bishop Stang foul, though, and it's going against Samantha Murphy, which will be her first on the team. As they changed the rule a few years back, fouls reset now at the end of every quarter, not the end of every half. Bednar's driving in right side, and it went off of her foot and out of play all the way back to the edge of the walking track. You have a fan going over to help Samantha Murphy out. Not before Samantha Murphy went all the way down over there. The Somerset Berkley boys basketball team, you can probably see in the background, is now arriving, which that's our second game coming up. Somerset Berkley against Hingham Karam tournament boys basketball side. Jacob Correa and I will have the call on that one. Offensive rebound is grabbed by Leah Oliveira as the Spartans will keep this possession going. At the top, it's Alves. Alves, nice pass, down low. Oliveira with the kick out to the corner. Stolen by the Raiders. Bednar's up to Fisher. You bet. Fisher's in double digits in points scored now with 10. Only one on either side to achieve that. Out of bounds here, possession to Bishop Stang. Up top, Demora gives it a chase. Rivers defends, got a hand to it. Pass goes over and it's left short by Larissa. Here comes Carr pushing it up the court. Carr over, Bednar's three, it's good. Maddie Bednar's drills the triple and the lead's up to 16. More trouble coming here from Demora, taken over by the Raiders. Bednar's down low, can't put it in. Rebound is grabbed and a jump ball is called. Possession's going the other way. It was Oliveira fighting for it down low. I don't know how you can call that one a jump ball. I didn't even see Somerset Berkley with any possession on it at all. And I'm rooting for the Raiders today. There's been a couple tough ones. High inbound goes on that left side. Rosie Larissa. To the right, it's Alves. Bounce pass to Demora. Demora. Bounce over. Receives it again. Here it comes. Larissa. Off the mark that time, will go out of play. Bednar's will be on the inbound. It's going to be Lauren Carr to take it up, unless she leaves it for Bednar's, which she won't. Carr, nice step. Bednar's tried to kick it out, but she gets called for a travel. Fisher was going to be wide open in the corner. Murphy goes to Larissa, turnover. Bednar's regathers on the reverse. Can't get it to go, it's short. Offensive rebound for Fisher. Bednar's going to try a three. In and out, and it won't go in. Fisher's working her way towards a double-double, and there's a steal by Costa. Goes out of play. It's Raiders ball. Lauren Carr, 5:25 to go, quarter number 3. Sarah Costa found a lane, easy lay. It's going right between the cracks on that one, Sarah Costa. Looks like another jump ball is going to be called here, and the arrows to Somerset. $7-0 Raiders run to start out this third quarter. Bednar's was open at the top. She's got to get it in quick. It goes off of Fisher and out of play. Andy Lawrence, I don't believe, has used a timeout yet in this game. Stang's used 3. You get 5 a game, and here come some substitutions for Bishop Stang. It's going to be Bryant, Morris, Church, and Kadim checking in. Once again, Addison Demore will be the only Spartan that stays out there. London Kadim, it went off of a foot. It's going to be Spartans ball. Pretty close on that one. Kadim's going to try again. We'll bounce it to Morris and a foul called. Well, that was a quick whistle. Right on the trigger that time. Carr's got her second foul. Lauren Carr with 6 points, 2 rebounds on the stat sheet today. There's Bryant, pressured again. Able to get it away. Demora. And another foul is going to be called here. It's going to be called against Carr. That's our third. Shot clock back to the full 35. Bryant watching it again. DeMora. Comes pressure by Carr and Costa. And close to a walk. They do say jump. The arrow this time with Bishop Stang. Both of these teams will be back in action tomorrow. Just depends on what time. The loser of this game will play at 1 o'clock against the loser of Case and Durfee. The winner of this game will take on the winner of that Case-Durfee matchup at 4:30 in the Karam championship game. That's a nice bounce pass and open on the left side. Unable to hit was Morris. It's grabbed down low. Jump ball called. It's Raiders ball. Nice feed over to find the open junior, Morris. Right along the paint on that left side. Always tough to tell. It's a higher gym too. Sometimes that depth perception can mess with you. Carr on the drive, can't get it to fall. Ellie Church on the rebound, and another jump is called. Lots of jump balls in this contest. I feel bad for the people at the table who have to keep switching the arrow. Even the scoreboard people, too, because you get to mark down to home or away. Somerset Berkley is the de facto home team in this contest today. DeMora, pressured again. DeMora gets it away to Bryant. Bryant leaves it. Kadim. DeMora, bounce pass. Bryant a three. Nope. Offensive rebound is put up and in. It's a nice read by London Kadim stepping up. She's got 4. That's points and rebounds, that 4 total now in this one. So we're halfway through the third. Brooke Fisher open. Can't hit. Rebound Costa. Costa trying to work her way against Morris. 3 not going to go either. Kadim on another board. Here's DeMora. Defended by Bednarz. Right side to Church. Church hasn't used her dribble yet. Gets it away to Morris. Morris away to DeMora. DeMora finds an open lady in the corner. That's Caitlin Bryant. DeMora, 10 to shoot. Went off of a foot. Will stay in play. Bryant. Use that dribble. Morris with 4. Kicks it out. They got to get it away quick. It's off the mark. I'm going to say shot clock violation, even though Lauren Carr had full possession of it. It'll be nice. We'll give her credit for that rebound. That'll be her third. As Alves comes back into the game. Lauren Carr found a lane, tried to kick it away to a cutting Costa. Pass stolen by Rivers. Finds Bednarz open on the left. Bednarz, the Euro step off the side of the backboard, gets her own miss. Costa puts it in. Goes off the leg of Kadim, and it's picked up by Alves. Nice move, nice hustle by Addison DeMora. Pulls up just behind the free throw line, might have been partially blocked. Here's Carr up to Fisher. Fisher looking to draw the foul, she couldn't. Bednarz with the kick out. Rivers, Costa straight on 3, in and out. Rebound Bryant. Bishop Stang is actually controlling the rebound edge here. 19 to 17 in this game after they struggled earlier on. A foul is called against Bednarz. That's our third and the third on the team. Kayada, Mauricio, and Morera are all going to check in for the Raiders. London Kadim with the inbound. As we get further along in this game, the win margin is going to start to take place and go into effect because The power rankings are calculated by win margin, caps off at 10. So the Raiders will look to hold on to at least a 10-point lead. And Stang's going to look to try to cut that deficit any way they can. Brooke Fisher with the force out of bounds. She's going to take it from the baseline. The freshman, Elin Mauricio, to take it. The leave off for Morera. Morera leaves it for Fisher nicely. Can't hit the three. And a foul is called. Foul's going against Julia Morera. Senior captain, did good work. Made a couple of starts last year as Rosie Larissa's back into the game. Morera knows her role very well, whether she gets the start or comes off the bench. She's always one of the first few off the bench if she's not starting. They got 1 second to get it over midcourt, and they do to Kadim. Kadim, a nice leave off. Alves turned over. Mauricio able to pick it up and give it to Rivers. Morera to Kayada. Open Fisher left side. Kayada tried to get it to Rivers, got batted. Who's it off of? It's off of Spartan. We previewed a couple of times the other teams that are involved on the girls' basketball side. For that boys' basketball side, the other teams involved, obviously Durfee, because they're the ones hosting the tournament, and the Southeastern Hawks are taking part in it this year. There's Mauricio with a minute to go. Mauricio trying to spin her way out of traffic. Fisher, the nice leave off. Mauricio, nice fake, and she put it short. That was a nice move by the freshman to get open. Kadim's got her 6th rebound. Bryant, double teamed. Gets back to it, but it's stolen by Mauricio. Ela Mauricio wants to take it inside the arc, in and out and back in again. First bucket of the game for Ela Mauricio. 8 Raiders are on the scoreboard in this game today. Another bend, another steal. Mauricio can't have another bucket. Morera aboard. Back to Mauricio. Can't hit. Rebound is fought for and taken by Oliveira. Looks like a foul called. And the foul's going to be on Morera. That is the 5th the team limit, so Stang is going to shoot 2 on the other end. Samantha Murphy's going to check back in. Looks like Lucy Gooch is going to get in at the next whistle or horn 2 for the Raiders. 12.4 to go on the clock. Once again, the Raiders can hold for the last shot. I've already seen some crazy buzzer beaters involving Somerset Berkley this year. It was actually against them on the home opener for the boys team against Greater New Bedford. There was just no pressure, no defense at all, and Jace James, a 50-footer, just drilled at the end of the first quarter, and that would lead Vogue to a 10-point victory. Fisher goes out as Gooch comes in. The first free throw is good by Oliveira. High arcing second one. Kayada's got the board. 8 seconds left. Kayada over to Morera. Inside the arc. Leaves it a 3. No. Fought for, and that's going to be the end of the third. Rosie Larissa got the board underneath for the Spartans. An outscore of 11-3 in that third quarter by the Raiders. Have themselves up by 19 going into the final 8 minutes. We'll be right back. Final 8 minutes to go in this opening game of the Skip Karam tournament between Somerset Berkley and Bishop Stang. The Raiders up by 19 points as they control the ball first in quarter number 4. Gooch trying to get it to Morera, and it looks like a foul's going to be called. It's going to be an offensive foul called against Mauricio. Fouls have been an issue. We always try to find something to improve on after every game. Somerset Berkley has been called for 14 total fouls. Stang has been called for 5. That's going to be number 15 right there, as Morera will get whistled for her 3rd. You know what? It always depends, too. I know people like to compare the boys and girls basketball whistles. Sometimes the whistle is more frequent in one level than the other, as the first free throw won't go for the freshman Larissa. But lots of whistles have been called today against the Raiders. You know what? Sometimes, even in this one, there should have been more called. Mauricio. Kick out. That's Kayada. Can't hit. Rebound fought for. That was a foul on Costa, as we were just talking about that. Kadim's got her 7th rebound. Nice pass over to Alves. Alves puts it up off the side of the board again. And a trip as Mauricio went up to get it. Let's see who they got the foul on. Might be against Alves. And it is. I mentioned it earlier for Somerset Berkley. For Stang, you got to feel good having all of these freshmen getting minutes on your team. Lucy Gooch finds herself open and can't roll it in. Rebound grab by Kadim. Here's Caitlin Bryant. Right side. Comes over to Kadim and it rolls in. And then Kadim leads the way now for the Spartans in scoring with 7. Deficit now 16. Marrera goes between the legs. The kick out Kayada. Kayada finds an open. Ela Mauricio can't bank it in. Ball fought for. Costa controls. It's off of Marrera and out of bounds. Always have to shout out our assistant coaches. We already did with Somerset Berkley, Bob Slater, Kylie D'Ambrosio, Patrick Bell, Lauren O'Brien, the assistant coaches for Stang. Bryant, right side. That's a 3 on the way. Not in by Murphy. Lucy Gooch, Julia Marrera. She's open for 3. She got it. That's player number 9 on the scoring sheet for the Raiders. Marrera retrieves it. It's over. Left side. It's Ela Mauricio. Bryant double teamed again. Gets it away to Murphy. Murphy over the middle. Too high, but it'll stay in play as Larissa stepped back. Almost tried the step back 3 that time. Murphy for Bryant. Caitlin Bryant back to the right side. There's an open Kadim. Way off the mark that time. Kayada will grab it. She almost jumped out of bounds. Kayada trying to make the move on Rosie Larissa. Mauricio to Gooch. Wants to drive. Maybe tried to pass it down low to Costa, but it's stolen by Kadim. Here's an open Spartan up the court. It's Larissa. Alves, Murphy, Bryant, hits it. Spartans again some depth on the scoring sheet too. Only 19 points, but 6 different players have scored. Kayada's open. Catch and shoot won't go, and it's out of bounds off the hand of Murphy. Here comes the freshman Ellie Church back into the game, as well as Leah Oliveira. 2 freshmen will sub in for the Spartans that time. 4:47 to go in regulation. The Raiders well on their way to going back to 500 on the season. That's Costa. Costa trying to back her way in, puts it up, short, rebound, Larissa. Larissa. That's out to Kadim. Off the mark again. Almost saved by Leah Oliveira. Nice hustle there by the freshman, but she can't save it. Players yet to score for Somerset Berkley in this one that are available for today. Addie Finlaw, Mallory Rivers, Maura Kennedy. Rivers and Kennedy have seen some action already. Lauren Canoose, and then the call-up with Olivia Gonzalez. Nice pick play by Costa. And they've got a foul called, and it's going against the Spartans. That is the way to do it, Sarah Costa. There's one of those call-ups coming in on the Spartan side. Caitlin Ferreira, the sophomore. Mauricio spinning her way. Gets it over to Costa, who lost it. Kayada on the ground. Jump ball called. Arrow to Bishop Stang. Another double team. Oliveira up the court. Nice pass. Ferrer, that's her first touch. Now it's Caitlin Bryant. Had a lane. Did the bounce pass right through there. Church. Out Oliveira. Now Bryant's going to try another one. Off on the right side that time. And Grace Kayada controls the board. She's up to 6 rebounds. You're going to have Finlaw and Rivers checking in. That's Mauricio taking it. That was a deep 2, can't hit. Gooch trying to fight for, and that's a travel called against Kadim. Kadim also working her way towards a double-double. Demora comes in for the Spartans as well. So you got Fisher with 10.6 rebounds. London Kadim, 7 points, 9 rebounds. Kadim leads everybody on the rebounding side. That's River shot. His tempo was blocked, got her own miss, fighting for it, and it's going to be a foul called. It's going against Ellie Church that time. Another sub coming in for Bishop Stang. 3:18 to go before we take a break and get ready for the boys' basketball game. Sofia Del Rosario, that other call-up, is in the game. Here's Gooch. Gooch puts a tough shot up, short. Rebound controlled by Kayada. Kayada leads the Raiders in rebounds now with 7. And she's going to try a 3. And it's short that time. Gooch trying to fight for it. Ended up grabbing it. Jump ball called. It works in the Raiders' favor. First time in the game for the Spartans, the senior Kaylee Osborne. Mauricio spinning her way, trying to back down to Mora. A nice take, that's Lucy Gooch. Del Rosario. Pressured by Gooch. Now trying to spin her way, looking for somebody open. Foul call, might be against Mallory Rivers than it is. Sofia Del Rosario to inbound, and it's taken away by Rivers, but they're going to call the jump. Murphy comes back in for Sting as well. She'll replace Addison Demora. 4 points and a rebound for her today. So Oliveira driving in, foul call, and that'll be the 4th on the team. I'm going to call the foul against Addie Finlaw, another one of those field hockey state championship members. Brothers Max and Jack were fixtures of the boys basketball team over the years. Max was a part of the team that won the state championship in the spring. Del Rosario, the bounce pass down low. Ferreira, short rebound, Kayada. Here's Rivers to Mauricio. Mauricio, in and out. Off a foot. Whose foot did it go off of? Looks like it went off of the foot of Osborne. And another sub coming in. Ellie Church making her way back into the game. Finlaw, one of 7 seniors, to Mauricio off the mark. Kayada's got her 9th rebound. Put up, won't go. Rivers has a board. Hard fought shot is gonna go for Lucy Gooch. 6 points off the bench today for her. Osborne, defended by Kayada. Nice steal. Here's Zealand pushing it up. Mauricio to Kayada. Deep 2. Out of bounds off the top of the backboard. More subs coming in. Maura Kennedy and the call-up Olivia Gonzalez. Kayada Mauricio will go out. It's all bench players in now. Osborne lost it, and Gonzalez, just as she got on, gets credited with the steal. Gooch with the kick out. That's Kennedy. Finlaw 3. Off the mark, a little bit short. And it was a good look, though. Might as well shoot or shoot, right? That's Addie Finlaw wide open on that right wing side. Sophia Del Rosario going to take it up. Final minute. The Raiders are up by 22. The leave off for Murphy. Murphy lost it. Here's Rivers. Mallory Rivers wanted to take it herself. Goes out of play off of herself. Bishop Stang looking to make it over 20 total points today. It's on the right side now for Murphy. Foul's going to be called. There's going to be 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Addie Finlaw, her 2nd foul. Bishop Stang, their results this season coming in. Season opener was a 48-16 loss against Dighton Rehoboth. Then they lost at Cardinal Spellman. That's a tough game, though. Cardinal Spellman, as the free throws banked in by Murphy. Then they defeated Cristo Rey Boston soundly 72-10 and lost their last home game against Bristol Plymouth 30-20. They're going to be back in action tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Somerset Berkley is going to be on their way to the Karam Championship game, which will be at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. Here's Finlaw with 10 seconds. Kennedy will leave it for Gonzalez. Just looking to pass it around, maybe dribble it out. I don't think they're going to get another shot up. Rivers to Kennedy. She's going to put one up. Off the mark. Finlaw aboard, wants to put it up, and she can't hit it at the buzzer. Well, that's a great way to end it. Some of these players just trying to get one final shot. And the Raiders take it over the Spartans 41-20. SB moves back to 500 on the year at 2-2. Stang falls to 1-4. We will see you tomorrow night on the girls basketball side for that championship game against either Case or Durfee. It's going to be it for this part of the video, but our second game of our doubleheader, which you can watch on the same platforms, is coming up in about 30 minutes. The boys basketball team taking on the Hingham Harbormen. But for Brian Moniz and our amazing crew, Keegan Hamblett signing off, and we will see you next time.